2 weeks into the legislative session in Tallahassee, some House Democrats are calling on the governor and the Republican majority to take the lead to do more to fix the statewide housing affordability crisis. Both homeowners and renters in the state are being squeezed by soaring costs. Tarek Binder is following the developments and is joining us with an update. Tarek?
So the state of Florida, our state of Florida, really gained national popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic, quickly becoming the fastest growing state according to the Census Bureau statistics. Now, while being popular is good, it's also resulted in high mortgage costs and high rent prices. One lawmaker says now that more people than ever are here in Florida, the state needs to do more to make sure that people can afford to stay.
What can we do now? Because Floridians need relief now. People need relief now. And this is something that's impacting everyone. Again, not just young people, but young people, working families, and our seniors.
Democratic Representative Maxwell Frost is urging his fellow lawmakers in Tallahassee to turn their focus to address the high price of living in the Sunshine State, urging his colleagues and Governor DeSantis to champion new legislation that'll take some of the financial stress off of having a roof over your head. Economic experts at Florida Atlantic University found that renters across the state could be faced with inflated costs, possibly for years to come, because of low housing inventory and an influx in new residents. Buying a home has also become an expensive investment, with the average home value coming in just under $389,000, according to Zillow. Lawmakers say insuring a home has also become unaffordable for some Florida families as well.
But the problem is it's not just insurance. It's the cost of living. It's the fact that their wages are stagnant. And so these are the things that we have to focus on. And I hope that Governor DeSantis, now that he has a lot more free time on his hands, hopefully, will be able to focus on this issue that's really damaging and hurting Floridians.
Fundamentally believe that if we're going to solve this solution, it can't just be that the state is dictating what must happen. Yes, the state must provide the resources that we need to expand affordable housing, but there also has to be that collaboration to make sure that we're tailoring these solutions to what the community needs.
News for Jax asked local residents what they've experienced.
I remember maybe 15 to 20 years ago, a house could cost about $100,000, and now it's $350,000. About the same house, so it's wow.
Yeah.
It's a wow.
Yeah.
It is a crisis, and not only does it affect us economically, but health-wise and mental health. You know, you have a lot of families struggling now, even if both parents are working. And I see things go up, but the wages not so much.
During last year's legislative session, the governor signed the Live Local Act into law, which invested $711 million in multiple programs designed to expand the availability of housing and down payment assistance. Lawmakers said today that program helped, but say they are hearing from their constituents that they need to do more.
And so I do not have a lot of confidence that this congressional session, that the United States Congress will be able to put something forward that helps fix this problem. That's part of the reason I'm here.
The Live Local Act that was signed into law last year by the governor also gives tax breaks to developers who create multifamily and mixed-use residential properties. As for Representative Frost's question today about what more can be done now during the legislative session, we are waiting to hear back from the governor's office with an answer. Joy?